Hi, my name is Rex, and I'm going to tell you why I made the switch from the rideshare business over to a professional transportation business. There's a lot going on in the marketplace today about rideshares and cabs and transportation in general, and there's a lot of confusion and misconceptions. So I'd like to tell you why I made the decision I did and switched over. A little about me, and we'll be quick about this, is I actually drove Uber and Lyft for over 9 months and was one of their highest rated drivers in the Denver metropolitan area. I've got a college education, I'm an entrepreneur, and I have 30 years in software and information systems, including 6 years in app development. So I am hip and up on the latest technologies, the marketing, and all those things, so I get it. Well, this has worked so well for me that my 21-year-old son just switched over and he's killing it in just a few weeks. Well, let's take a look at this whole thing. Well, why do we drive in the first place? Well, it's mostly about the money and the flexibility that these models give you. As an entrepreneur, you can actually be using your driving revenue to self-fund other entities and opportunities. So it's a great place to be able to make some money and still work on your other projects. And plus, for a lot of people, it's really enjoyable work. Well, when you're considering your options, there are several things to consider. Number one, the business model. Two, the money. Three, can you really build your own business? Stability of your partner, your culture, and then the solutions that you have to offer for the customers. Well, let's talk business model real quick. Anybody right now in the marketplace is an independent contractor, whether you're working rideshare or for the cab industry. And so what we have here at Metro Transportation is that the certified affiliate partner. And this means that you are an independent business contractor, but you're still affiliated with the company. Well, let's talk about the money. And this is one of the big drivers that I looked at. Um, it's you can either use your own auto or lease a vehicle from Metro Yellow on a daily basis. But that lease includes the proper insurance, and that's an issue in these days, maintenance and repairs, the dispatch system and the apps, and the driver business management app, which is the best in the industry. So it allows you to have tools to manage your business as a certified affiliate partner. The reality here is that I have found with Metro Transportation, unlike the rideshare, you realistically can make $1,500 a week or more. And that puts you on a run rate to make between $75,000 and $80,000 a year. That's pretty good money. And then once your lease is met each day, 100% of the fares go into your pocket compared to the rideshare guys who on average are taking over 30%. So it's a much better model because once you've helped the cab company meet their lease, you're making money. And what I have found, and no joke, is I'm making nearly double what I used to make on Uber and Lyft. Well, this is all about building your own business. And you can actually do something with the taxi model that you cannot do with Uber and Lyft, and that's create your own clients. When I was on Uber, all the time I get people who would say, "Gosh, I'd like you to drive me, Rex, to work tomorrow or whatever." Well, you could never request your favorite driver. So it's an environment where you get to build your own business, establish your own customer base, and Yellow Metro actually fosters and encourages you to use these resources to create other businesses for yourself. And let's talk about culture. And this is another thing that wanted me to move over and away from Uber. You know, Uber has an interesting perspective of the world. They really want to get rid of the drivers. They're spending billions of dollars developing and testing uh, driverless cars. Well, that just tells me what they really think of their partners. If they could replace them, they would. Well, in the cab model, it's the exact opposite. The drivers are critical. And the cab industry has seen this for over 120 years, that the driver is absolutely critical. Because think about it, human interaction is never going to go away. You can't have a conversation with your self-driving car. So the thing you have to find out is this a culture that's going to support me in my business, or am I just a stopgap until they invent some new technology to make me obsolete? Another aspect to consider is stability. Oh my goodness. Uber and Lyft have yet to make a profit. They have raised and lost over combined $25 billion. Never seen a profit. Fortune magazine recently came out and said that they have turned sour on this business model and it has a very shaky future. The cab industry, in contrast, has been around for over 120 years and it's not funded by venture capital, so they're profitable and stable today. Well, now let's do talk about some important things, the driver solutions. Okay. These are some key criteria that I looked at in comparing the models. In the ability to accept cash. There's a ton of people who don't have a credit card, a debit card, or they're not working for some reason today. Wow, you can actually pay for cash. You can either drive your own vehicle or the company provides vehicles, which I prefer because I don't want to be trashing my car all the time out while I'm doing ride business. I want to be able to have my car at home maintained well, and I don't want to be using it for business. Another thing that was an important criteria for me is that the drivers for the in taxi cabs companies are fully background checked. All 64 counties, not just one, all 64 counties in Colorado. So that's important because that high tide raises all boats. Better drivers you have out there, the better experience for the riders. Another thing that I'd never understood, but it is an absolute reality, is the autos are inspected each week from Metro Taxi. So you know when that taxi shows up, you actually have a clean and safe operational vehicle. You have no idea in a rideshare environment how that driver is maintaining their vehicle. The other thing that I was impressed with at Metro Transportation was their superior driver apps. They have tools that help me manage my business, not just a list of my transactions for the rides, but my expenses, my mileage, my income per hour, my net income, a dozen different reports, all kinds of information that's inside their driver app that helps you run and manage your business. Another aspect of the cab model that I prefer over the rideshare is the business to business. The rideshare industry doesn't really have any of this. And so the cab company has contracts with commercial and government entities that provide a consistent flow of business. So these government agencies, court systems, all kinds of different corporations, they have contracts with the cab company and it provides this consistent flow of income for you, the driver. And then this is huge, the ability to create your own personal clients. You know, you have a following, people like you, they're comfortable with you, they want to get you back. You can do that in this model. You just can't in the rideshare model. Another thing that's huge for the consumer is consistent pricing 24/7. There's no surge pricing to gouge the clients. So regardless what time of day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, your clients and riders can expect the same pricing model. That's huge. How many times have I talked to somebody who's been ticked off because they went out on a holiday night and the rate was low when they went there, but double or triple on the way home? The other thing that the cab company has over Uber Lyft is wheelchair fleet, the ability to take a whole sector of the population that you just can't address with the rideshare business. Professional training, everybody's trained professionally. Uber and Lyft, you can fog a mirror, you're out the door. And this is important for everyone now as far as modernization of fleets and the investment in the environment. Metro Transportation Solutions has the largest green fleet and has been award winning by the Governor Hickenlooper and the first and largest electric fleet. So hybrids, electrics, traditionally powered, gas powered vehicles, they have a range of vehicles to help out the client. So it's really easy to compare when you take a look at this. If you go down the list of attributes, independent contractor and app are about the only two things that they share. And then you have phone dispatch options, cash, profitable and stable, personal clientele, proper insurance, weekly inspected vehicles, a wide range of client solutions, no surge pricing, green fleets, driver-centric culture, superior driver tools, and B2B clients. Well, the score is 14-2. And I don't care what game you're playing, that's a butt kicking. So when you look at this and take a look at the facts, it's not even close. There really is no better model out there in the transportation industry for you if you decide that you want to be in the ride and transportation business. So in summary, I don't care who you are, you're going to make more money. There's better solutions for a wider set of the clients, more conveniences for our business partners, the certified affiliate partners, a stable and profitable partners that you're dealing with, companies that are decades old, a much higher standard for the drivers, and a real entrepreneur enabling culture. So, with that, I can just tell you now that it was easy for me as a logical, educated person who's progressive, uses high technology, that when I compared the business models and the offerings that we have at Metro Transportation compared to what I was doing at Uber and Lyft, it's just not even close. So, I would recommend that you make the switch now. On the screen, you have the telephone numbers for our um, business opportunity recruiters. They will walk you through the process and help you understand, answer your questions, and get you started. And oh, by the way, don't forget to mention who referred you. We do a referral program for all of our partners. And so if you refer somebody, you get bonuses, and so does the drivers. So I can't tell you enough that it was the best decision for me when I was looking at all the facts. 14 to 2, it's not even close. So make a great day, call them up, investigate, get educated, and start making more money now.